Eala, Martin's fall to experienced duo in Australian Open doubles opener. Eala and Martins bounced back from a tight opening set but couldn't sustain their momentum in the deciding third, falling to Magda Linette and Shuko Aoyama, 6-7, 3, 6-3, 3-6. Alexandra Eala of the Philippines serves to Alicia Parks of the US during their first round match at the Australian Open Tennis Championship in Melbourne, Australia, Monday, January 19, 2026. AP photo/Dar Yassin. Alex Eala's journey at the Australian Open officially ended on Tuesday, January 20th, after she and Ingrid Martins bowed out in the opening round of their women's doubles match. Eala and Martins bounced back from a tight opening set but couldn't sustain their momentum in the deciding third, falling to Magda Linette and Shuko Aoyama, 6-7, 3, 6-3, 3-6. The Filipino-Brazilian pair started strong, racing to a 4-0 lead and later on holding a 5-3 advantage, only to see the opening set slip away. They staged an impressive comeback in the second set to force a decider, but Linette and Aoyama's experience, with Linette being a 2021 French Open doubles semi-finalist and Aoyama a 2023 Australian Open doubles finalist, proved decisive in the end. With Eala's doubles loss, which came a day after also losing in the opening round singles against Alicia Parks, the 20-year-old Filipina tennis sensation is expected to see action in the inaugural WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open slated at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center next week. A clash of generations, Eala and Martin's gritty battle at the Australian Open. The sun dipped low on the blue courts of Melbourne Park, casting long shadows over the fans' stirring anticipation in the stands. Flags waved in vibrant rhythms, voices calling out in support, and cameras clicked with unrestrained energy. This was not just another match. It was the moment for Alexandra Eala and her partner, Ingrid Martins, standing on the precipice of a Grand Slam breakthrough. This was their Australian Open doubles opener, a grand stage where dreams meet destiny and experience confronts youthful ambition. Yet, as the final ball was struck and cheers dissolved into reflections, it became clear that this chapter wasn't to end with a fairy tale finish. Instead, it was a lesson carved in resilience, respect, and raw competitive spirit. The match, a roller coaster of hope and heartbreak. From the outset, the Filipino-Brazilian pairing of Eala and Martins took the court with conviction. Quick serves and agile net play allowed them to surge to an early 4-0 lead, painting a picture of confidence. The crowd, drawn by Eala's rising star and infectious passion, erupted in support. It felt as though a new force was exploding onto the Grand Slam stage. But tennis, like life, is rarely linear. Their opponents, the experienced duo of Magda Linette and Shuko Aoyama, did not flinch. Linette, with credentials that include a 2021 French Open doubles semifinal appearance, and Aoyama, a 2023 Australian Open doubles finalist, brought a depth of Grand Slam wisdom that slowly began to shape the match. Even as Eala and Martins' lead shrank, the energy remained electric, a testament to their drive and the crowd's uplifting presence. Still, Linette and Aoyama showed why they have navigated such moments before, clawing back games and ultimately taking the first set in a tense tiebreak. Eala and Martins didn't back down. With a dominant second set, they rallied, a comeback electrifying the arena. Every forehand and volley felt like a refusal to be overpowered by legacy or ranking. It forced a deciding third set, where, over 2 hours and 38 minutes of grueling tennis, the story finally tilted. In the final stanza, the experienced pair's composure and tactical acumen shone through. Linette and Aoyama seized control early, forging a gap that Eala and Martins couldn't fully close. When the final point was won by the Japanese-Polish tandem, the scoreboard read 6-7, 3, 6-3, 6-3, ending the Philippine-Brazilian dream run, for now. Behind the numbers, more than just scores. A close inspection of the statistics reveals how narrow this defeat was. On the surface, service points 61 for Linette/Aoyama versus 55 for Eala/Martins, made the difference. But that alone doesn't tell the full story. What stands out is momentum shifts. Eala and Martins danced ahead, only to see the experienced duo continually reset and respond, especially in critical moments like the opening set tiebreak. In tennis, the mind is as important as the racket, and at the Grand Slam level, decisive points often reflect composure gained from past battles, something Linette and Aoyama wielded effectively here. And yet, it wasn't a match defined by failure. Rather, it was a lesson in progress. Eala, only 20 years old, has already climbed high in the global rankings and continues to make history not just for herself, but for tennis in the Philippines. Her partnership with Martins, who offers her own doubles pedigree, represents a bridge between youthful talent and seasoned strategy. Context: a grand slam of complex stories. This doubles match didn't exist in a vacuum. For Eala, it followed her singles campaign in Melbourne, one that was filled with promise and intense challenge. In singles play, the world-ranked number 49 Filipina gave everything she had, at one moment dominating world number 99 Alicia Parks with a blistering 6-0 opening set before ultimately conceding ground and losing in 3 sets. That loss definitely left a sting, but it also set the stage for redemption through doubles. And though this too ended earlier than hoped, it showcased Eala's ability to respond, to find rhythm, and to engage at the highest level of the sport. Beyond personal stakes, Eala's journey has broader resonance. She carries the hopes of Philippine tennis fans eager to see their rising star succeed on the biggest platforms. Her performances have sparked nationwide pride and amplified the belief that success on tennis's biggest stages isn't just possible, it's imminent. Why this matters: legacy, learning, and next steps. While the final scores might show that Eala and Martins fell short, the match's significance runs deeper. 1. A milestone in growth. For many young players, Grand Slam appearances are where confidence is forged. Competing toe-to-toe with seasoned veterans, and doing so with heart, signals that Eala is not merely present, she is competing. 2. Exposure to elite doubles strategy. Doubles tennis demands impeccable coordination and communication. By playing against Linette and Aoyama, both doubles aces, Eala and Martins gained invaluable insight into positioning, anticipatory play, and split-second decision-making on crucial points. 3. A platform for the future. Eala's trajectory remains upward. She's already drawing attention as a force in women's tennis, with more tournaments ahead, including the inaugural WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open, where expectations and enthusiasm will be equally high. The human element, beyond the baseline. If tennis were only about points, players would simply be numbers on scorecards. But what makes matches like this memorable is the narrative, the silent tension before a serve, the audible sigh when a break point slips away, the joy of a point well played, and the heartbreak when arms fall to the knees in quiet reflection. Eala and Martins didn't just lose, they competed with courage, showed resilience through shifting momentum, and left the court with heads high. They reminded everyone watching that setback doesn't equal defeat, and that every